A World Champs final just starting now. 40 minutes on the clock, still scored on their top two to crown a champion today at Merewether Beach. The Rip Curl Newcastle Cup presented by Corona. Absolute fireworks from start to finish. Medina and Italo Ferreira first successful through a 14-day quarantine to get here to compete. Finds himself in back-to-back finals to kick off the year, something he has never done before. Things getting started. Joe Trappell with Wayne Rabbit Bartholomew for the call. The 78 world champ watching this man float and miss the re-entry off the roof. Italo trying to get that quick start on Medina, ends up incomplete.
First wave, he did have the inside, and that's very rare. Here's Medina. So Italo coming unstuck. Medina answers, kind of just grabs, catches a little bit of a rail, but now he's got it back on even kilter on Medina. Oh, he was off it too. This is pretty much the same spot that Italo went down.
And whoever wins this heat will be world #1 in Nairobi, because Italo did start with a third as well. But what does that really mean for the title race with Medina, with maybe his best start in the making in his tour life? We'll get back to that, because Italo's in motion. Second turn, beautiful backside carve, had more of a vertical snap to start. Ferreira now into a nice fun section to rip the lid off the top of that wave, and now a fade for this inside wall. Sometimes you get a nice bowl. It's always worth a look. First wave was the 2.83, and Medina had the 3.5. Little section to tap, and he'll kick out.
Yeah, not much of an offer on the inside. He did the good work on the outside.
Be a part of the Rip Curl WSL finals. Let's see what Italo just did.
Yeah, he just goes to work backhand. He's sort of taken a pretty sort of, you'd have to say, a normal approach to the carving game, but it's pretty slick. This will be definitely the best wave of the final so far. That first exchange, they both came unstuck at critical point of the wave. And this one, he stays with it, and it's just it's got a little soft ending by his standards.
Yeah, definitely worked his way pretty hard to find that finish. His backhand is always solid growing up. There's a big vertical turn from Medina, quick to the top again, and throws the tail out, blasting it into the oncoming section. Rapid fire on that backhand of Medina.
Yeah, he gave himself the little nod of approval on that one. He liked it, and it was pretty critical, Joe. So these are really similar, and he'll stick with this one, and he'll go right then left.
I like how he earned that bonus finish. Medina lays down. The most dramatic part for me, Rabbit, was how quickly he got back to the lip after the first turn, and still was able to get that high-five blowtail on a pretty big section.
This is a really good wave, Joe. I think this is the best of the exchange. This second maneuver here is so good. Bang! And then he just comes back and he just finishes it off. There's 3 big moves on the outside section. I think that ups the ante.
Certainly does. We talked about Italo's wave before. He had a lot more carves, but to be able to go that vertical on that first section, judges have been loving that all day.
All day. And, you know, these guys have decided to surf. They're not waiting for the biggest wave of the day. They're just going to surf. And this is incredible how quickly he gets straight onto that inside rail. What a great bottom turn. Bang! And here we go.
Italo with the answer. Nice open face. Casual hook, deep off the bottom. A little more power in that hack. Driving into that section. Nice fading cutback. Ferreira. Kind of a creative top turn carve. Keeping that rail engaged, kind of S-ing back and forth. Probably wanted more vertical lip line to work with, but still looking incredibly solid is Ferreira. Here comes the patience game. Just in case he has something to work with on the inside. One of the most creative surfers on tour finds a fin throw reverse. Not many people can identify an air section like that. A great read for Italo to put up a real cool finish. Great job to read the inside. Let's start with this one out the back once again.
Yeah, so he goes just through a series of, really solid top turns. This one's a bit more vertical for sure. That's pretty crisp. Again, this one, and now he sets it up, and this one he goes vertical again. but it's not quite as vertical and as Medina's. But he got 4 manoeuvres in, and then this inside right here, Joe. Nice.
What a nice little click on the air reverse finish for Italo. So standing by for numbers.
Well, standing by for a few numbers.
There's that rotation. He can just pop that tail out on demand. He's kind of redefined what it means to have an air section. They look all different. He can take off at any part of a wave.
Any part of the wave, and I tell you what, he had to come up with an answer because...
Sure, the waves, man. This is incredible at your local lineup. Scoring sunshine and big ramps for world champs like Italo and Medina, as we see Gabriel on a speedy to the left. I mean, this is all time. Best we've had all event window, Louis.
A 4.9, but this is going to change things up.
Throw tail reverse at 100 miles an hour. We'll get another angle. How'd you like this ramp here?
Yeah, I love it. It's just done with such speed.
And you love having this option for a couple of the best air guys on tour. All footwork again, no grab, showing how talented he is with his upper body and his feet.
5.5 minutes remaining. They've already locked in some great scores. Italo trying to extend his lead over Medina, but don't forget Medina's got that high point of 8.6. What's he going to do, Joe?
Speeding up, looking for the full road again. His signature move on the backhand. Italo Ferreira can pull that out on demand. He does it every single time he has a big closeout section, and he is trying to extend his lead in this final against Gabriel Medina. About this one round?
Oh, but he's like Spider-Man. He's everywhere. He's just swinging through the city.
As he throws the blades out. It's like a helicopter just swinging that thing around so quick. And again, every section that he projects off looks different. He can hit it late, he can hit it early, but with his strength and ability, he can always just coil that around with a perfect land. Like we're enjoying Medina flying through the sky. A tough transition, but what a radical attempt that was. Medina with a couple to his name. We got to hang out with Tommy Carroll yesterday as he was so fired up for the action. Here we go again. Gabriel speeding, looking for a section. That one's going soft. No ramp there, he'll kick out. Gabriel Medina under priority finds us running left, up and out once again. You're just anticipating a huge wedge.
Yeah, big jump and trying to lock up one of those 5 spots. Here's a left.
Italo doesn't even have to try for speed. Big section backflip rotation makes the crowd go loony. Even though he wasn't close to a landing. I mean, it is Italo.
He's got the 6 Aries up again. Wow, he's got the 6 boards on the beach, right? He's got his crew. Now, he was completely controlling his own destiny and controlling the game on the shore break.
Follow Rosie and Kaipa with their picks on WorldSurfLeague.com for their final 5. Italo Ferreira always in the conversation for most people's top 5, along with Medina being world champions on tour.
The obvious 3, the 2 in the water, Gabriel and Italo, and then I'd be, as we see, up and riding on the outside, big float, coming around really behind on that wave. That's going to be about it. But my final 5, the obvious 3, the 2 in the water, John Florence.
Also, Julian Wilson knocked out before the quarters. Here we go. Medina on the move, but he doesn't have priority. Italo's turn to improve on the 717. Blow tail, reverse, incomplete. Gabriel was getting crazy barrels. Italo was surfing 18 times a day, just so fired up, and they're still doing battle. Things have definitely changed. I'm happy that they gave him a 40-minute clock for this final.
Okay, so Medina with priority, and this is 2 minutes 45. He's going to go on his forehand, Joe.
Looks
what are
like
we looking
he's
for
got
here?
The speed, going for the alley-oop. Medina, hard landing, goes down.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he had time to really prepare that.
He's going to let Medina run with this one. Float to start. He has to fade out. Not much on it as we're down to 90 seconds in the final. Gets into this wave. Needs a 6.34. A lot of foam on the face. He's got to surf it all the way to the beach. Italo let him go.
I wouldn't count him out.
There's a big section. Throws it vertically. There's a bit of reverberation off the bottom of his board. coming out of that transition. Now it's going relatively flat, Rabbit.
Yeah, but don't forget, I mean, Italo got that 777, but he got something special. Now there's nothing on this shorey. This wave has sort of fizzled out.
We'll wait for that official number just to completely throw this one in favor of Italo. Numbers are in now. Just a 3-point ride, and it is official. Your champion of the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup, presented by Corona, Italo Ferreira. And getting one right back on Medina after that Pipes semi-final. Italo back to #1 in the world.
And you know what? He looked across and he actually didn't know. And he said, me? Yeah, me, I won. But then maybe he was, I mean, he couldn't have been thinking that Medina's last wave was going to turn it. He somehow didn't know.
Italo finally got the message. He's on the back of the Red Bull ski and putting another big win to his name in such a short period of time. I mean, for him, now has 7 event titles and doing a great job in Australia. When he makes the final, he tends to win, from D-Ba against Kolohe to Bells Beach against Mick Fanning, and now here at Newcastle against Medina.
And the one common trait with Italo Ferreira is that you can see him coming from way, way back in the draw. When he wins, you can see it coming.
Things are shifting on the leaderboard. Italo first in the world heading into Narrabeen. Medina will be in second. So John Florence dropping from that #1 spot with that early exit at Newcastle.
Big celebration coming for Italo Ferreira. Oh, wow.